When you look at Toronto's skyline, one structure rises above everything else. A tower so tall, so bold, and so iconic that for over 30 years, it held a world record no other building on Earth could touch. But behind its height lies a story of danger, ambition, engineering miracles, and a race against nature itself. This is the unbelievable history of the CN Tower. In the 1960s, Toronto was exploding with growth. New skyscrapers were rising everywhere, and the city was becoming a modern powerhouse. But this progress created a massive problem. Radio and TV signals were getting blocked by all the tall buildings. The more the city expanded, the worse the communication issues became. The solution? Something taller than every skyscraper. Something powerful enough to broadcast signals across the entire region. And that's when the idea was born. A tower so tall it would stand above everything in Canada. But no one could predict how dangerous and challenging the project would become. Construction began in 1973, but this wasn't a normal construction project. This was a battle against nature. The tower had to survive powerful winds, violent lightning storms, harsh freezing winters, and even earthquakes. Thousands of workers were brought in. Helicopters were used to lift massive steel sections, something extremely rare at the time. The higher the tower climbed, the more dangerous the job became. Workers nicknamed the top platform the space deck, because standing up there felt like floating above Toronto with nothing but clouds beneath their feet. During storms, the tower swayed. Yet construction continued. Step by step, bolt by bolt, the impossible was slowly becoming real. In 1976, after 40 months of incredible effort, the CN Tower was completed. Height, 553.33 meters. That's 1,815 feet. At the time, it became the tallest freestanding structure on the entire planet. Canada had shocked the world. People everywhere were amazed. How did a country known for cold winters manage to build something so futuristic? How did Toronto rise from a small city to a global engineering legend? And yet the tower still held more secrets. Asterisks here are things most people never know. The tower actually grows and shrinks. Heat causes the concrete to expand in summer and contract in winter, changing the height by up to 15 centimeters. The CN Tower gets hit by lightning over 70 times a year. But a special protection system absorbs every strike. The tower can survive an earthquake measuring 8.5 on the Richter scale. During construction, workers had to anchor themselves with safety lines to avoid being blown off by strong winds. For decades, the tower was painted and cleaned by climbers hanging over 1,500 feet in the air. The more you learn about this tower, the more unbelievable it becomes. 1994. The CN Tower introduced something wild, a glass floor. Suspended 1,122 feet above the city. Visitors screamed, crawled, or refused to step on it. But engineers tested it so thoroughly that it can hold the weight of over 35 moose. Then came Edgewalk, a hands-free walk around the outside of the tower's top. It became one of the most extreme attractions on Earth, pulling thrill-seekers from around the globe. A tower built for communication had now become a symbol of courage. Asterisk. The CN Tower is more than steel and concrete. It represents Canadian strength, innovation, and bold ambition. Millions visit every year. It lights up the night sky for celebrations, events, and causes. And even though taller towers exist today, none have replaced the CN Tower's legendary status. Every great city has a landmark. But Toronto's is one the world will never forget. Asterisk, so the next time you look at the CN Tower, remember the workers who risked their lives, the engineers who pushed the limits, and the history built into every level. If you enjoyed this story, hit like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments which facts surprised you the most. Stay curious,